How to use Google Flights easy tutorial. So let's get straight to it. Most people overpay for their flights and don't even realize it. They go to one airline website, pick a date, book the ticket, and that's it. They're not going to comparison, they're not going to strategize it, and they're not going to optimize it. Now, meanwhile, someone else books the exact same flight for way cheaper just because they used the right tool properly. Now, that tool is called Google Flights. All right. Now, here's the thing, almost everyone has heard of it, but very few people actually use it to its full potential. So, in this video, I'm going to be walking you through everything step by step, from basic searches to advanced strategies that can save you a serious amount of money. So before we jump in, you need to understand what Google Flights actually does. It is not just an airline. It's a flight search engine that pulls data from airlines and travel agencies to show you the best options in one place. Now that means instead of checking 10 different websites, you just use one. And you can get a full comparison absolutely instantly. But the real power is not just in searching, it's in how you search. So when you open up Google Flights, as so, first of all, you're going to enter your departure city. So this is mine. And then you're going to choose your destination. So let's say I want to go to Paris. Now, once that is done, you're going to add in your departure date. Okay. Let's say I want a 14-day trip, right? And I'm going to be going with, let's say, this date over here from May. And then return, obviously, I want to come back to, my own country by the 18th. So once you've done that, you're going to hit search. But here's your first pro move. Don't lock your dates immediately, okay? This what I've done. A lot of people do this, but they are going to lock it immediately. So the smarter way is to not lock your dates, but just hit done, okay? And what this does is it will create a pretty decent dynamic for your travel restrictions, okay? And of course, when it comes to your general flight lookup, it will make sure that when the late dates are locked in, it will go ahead and give you a pretty, I would say, a bad flight intake. And, getting that for yourself is not the best and, not the smartest move in my opinion. So you can simply reset these, come back here, search flights generally. And once you search those flights generally, what you can do is you can pretty much get a pretty decent amount for it. So over here, this is one of the most powerful features, and most people completely ignore it. When you search for flights, you're going to see options like date grid and price graph. Okay. And those are going to appear here. Now, these tools show you how prices change from different days. Across, sometimes shifting your flight by just 1 or 2 days can save a huge amount of money. So let's go over to date grid. Now, over here, you can see that this flight on this date, Saturday, I have it for 225,000 rupees, which should sum roughly around $600. But over here, I need to pay around, you could say, $30 to $40 more. Now, I wouldn't want to do that. I'd rather just go ahead and use this one. Then there's the price graph, which also shows you when the prices are down and when the prices are way high up. Okay. So always keep these things in mind when you are looking through flights. Okay. Now, moving on, exploring destinations, which is a big changer because in a country, there's different destinations that might cost you differently. Okay. Now, here's a feature that's very underrated. So, what you do is here in the Explore tab, what you're going to do is instead of choosing a destination, you can browse flights to multiple locations based on your budget. Okay, that is the incredible part. So instead of that, you can see here's our budget. You can even change your currency if you want to. That, of course, will depend on you. So let's say I want to switch up to US dollars. And here you can search up, economy, premium economy, business, there's first, whatever you want, you can go ahead with that. So let's say I want to go with business. And once we choose business, you can start getting the flight prices over here as so. Now, once you've done this, you can see all of the prices to go around the world for yourself. So we're right here, and to, go to any specific place, you can see we have these prices as so. So these are the tickets. These are how you're going to want to, pay them accordingly. Pretty incredible, pretty fun, right? Now, this is perfect if you want to travel but don't have a fixed destination. It turns your flight searching into opportunity hunting. Pretty cool, right? Now, moving on, once you get your results, don't just pick the cheapest option blindly. Like, let's say I want to go to Dubai and this flight is the most decent for me. Use filters. You can filter by the number of stops, you can filter by airlines, you can filter by departure times, duration, and everything. These are all the filters that you can go with. So let's say I want to go on a nonstop flight. Airlines, well, I don't really care about that. Bags, again, nothing. Prices, go ahead and make sure the price is the cheapest. Then you can go with airlines, bags, times, etc. Once you do that, as you can see, I've got a pretty cheap one over here. Now, you can go ahead and check this out. It flies at this time and reaches Dubai at this time, and you can see how the seats are, you can see how it works accordingly, and this will help you balance your cost with a lot of comfort because sometimes a slightly more expensive flight will save you hours of travel time. Now, to go over to any flight, like let's say I'm gonna go ahead and cancel these. Now we have a lot of flights over here, right? So let's say I want to go on Etihad, and you're gonna go ahead and click on this specific flight over here if you like it. Now, once you click on that, you are gonna see the detailed information regarding this specific flight. Now you're gonna find layovers, baggage policies, and aircraft details. Pay attention here. A cheap flight with a long layover or no baggage can end up costing more in the longer run. Always look at the full picture, not just the price. Now, this is where things get really powerful, and that is price tracking. You can turn on tracking for a specific route by clicking on track prices over here. Now, on this specific route, what you can do is it's going to track your price and send you the email in live time. This means you don't have to keep checking manually. You can just wait for the right moment to book, and that's how you avoid overpaying. And once you find the right flight, Google Flights redirects you to the airline or booking site, and this is important. Always double check the final price, baggage rules, and refund policies before booking, because the cheapest option isn't always the best one. So let's be real, most people will still mess up in predictable ways. They're going to book too early or too late. They're going to ignore the flexible dates. They don't use filters. They chase the cheapest price without considering comfort. Avoid these mistakes and you're already ahead of most travelers. Here's the real goal. You don't just want to find flights, you want to build a strategy. Start by exploring options, track your prices, stay flexible, and book when the timing is perfectly right for you. This turns flight booking from guesswork into a system. Now, at the end of the day, Google Flights is one of the most powerful tools for saving money on travel, but only if you use it properly. Once you understand how to search, filter, track, and optimize your flights, you're no longer just booking tickets. You're making smart travel decisions. So next time that you plan a trip, don't just search strategies. Go ahead and make proper plans out of it. So that is pretty much about it for this video. Drop down a like